These are the big surprises we got at Minecraft Live.
I'm proud to present vibrant visuals.
You can fly on it.
Which is obviously what you long for when you see your buddy flying around in the sky. You want to go flying with it.
That is the third cape releasing just this year, by the way, but we also got the name and release date for our next game drop. If you want to see all of the best bits of the show in short, here is the breakdown and analysis in 4 simple parts. So hello, I'm AbbyXToyCat, consider subscribing to see more news videos like this, and let's start with the big question you might have, because Minecraft Live has changed drastically, and they actually addressed this at the start of the show, answering the 2 biggest questions you might have.
Can you explain why we do game drops now? And why Minecraft Live is now 2 shows a year? And what are your favorite colors?
Minecraft Live is now 2 shows that we do throughout the year, so we can communicate our evil plans to our players more often.
And game drops are our new release structure that we started in 2024. There will be several throughout the year. It means content drops of varying sizes.
This explains how it is that we're talking about 3 separate Minecraft updates in this video. It's because they're doing multiple drops a year. In fact, this calendar shows that they are likely to do 4 drops this year, and we already know about the first 3. But yeah, first you might have another big question that needs to be answered.
And my favorite color happens to be beach ball.
With that out of the way, we can talk about the first of the 3 drops that they showed at Minecraft Live, and it's one that we'd actually seen all of the features for in snapshots, previews, and betas, but it was very exciting to see the official name for 1.20, 1.70, what we'd previously been calling the Spring Drop, because now it will be called
Spring to Life.
And it's releasing on March 25th, that is a Tuesday, and the exact day that we predicted here on this channel, and so a pat on the back for our analysis that we do here, but also, essentially, this is very good news, but if you follow the betas and previews, you know everything that's inside of this, so it's great for the average Minecraft player. A bunch of new stuff is coming out. I really enjoyed the Elements animation trailer they put together for it. I like their way of actually revealing these features and making them exciting, even to people who know about them already, but the truth is, the exciting thing about the game drop system is that we can learn about one game drop while also learning untold features about the next one at the exact same time. So to recap, we were expecting to learn about the Spring Drop, Spring to Life, and the Summer Drop, but out of nowhere they revealed this.
We have something a bit different that will first come to Bedrock in a few months. And we can see it as the start of a new journey.
Wait, what?
I'm proud to present vibrant visuals.
This is a reveal on the level of super duper graphics, but unlike that pack, which was going to be paid, this is going to be built into the base game of Minecraft. There is going to be a toggle that you can turn on that will make your game look this incredible, and I think there's a few great ways to show it off, but one of my favorite ones is this.
Because compared to before, now the light will actually shine through your windows and light up your room.
This is something I'm sure every Minecraft player has done without realizing. Put up windows on their house expecting to get more light, but then realizing that light all just comes from the top of the world. Not for long apparently. The vibrant visuals is going to change that. It's also going to drastically change the way that lush caves, and especially the deep dark look. Honestly, I think that this is going to be incredible, and the clever thing about this is it's not something they have to work on forever, because they've spent the last year doing this in the background. The implication and the fact that it was only available for packs that you downloaded separately made me sure that this was going to be a marketplace only feature, but no, they've clarified that they want you to be able to use this on your world without having to do any non-vanilla stuff. In fact, Jeb literally calls that out directly.
When we started developing vibrant visuals, we felt that it was important to do something new and fresh while keeping it true to vanilla.
Okay, that's wild. I think officially this is one of the biggest changes they've made to Minecraft in a very long time. This will change the way that you perceive your Minecraft world if you want it to, and what's even more shocking is the fact that because this has been in development for quite some time as deferred rendering, they've actually gone very far along the process to the point where they can even confirm this shocking tidbit.
We are bringing vibrant visuals to a broad range of devices.
That's right, good news for my Bedrock friends who are on current-gen consoles or high-end phones. It sounds like you might be able to enjoy this too, but it's not just Bedrock players who have a device that's willing to trade off some simulation and render distance in exchange for this. Do you know what's even more nutty? The fact that Java players can get on the act too.
This graphical upgrade is planned for Java, and we're exploring how to do it. but the first version will be available on compatible Bedrock devices in the coming months.
That's right, they announced the feature just months before it's ready to go. This is the cool thing about the drop system. I am shocked and I am inspired, and I cannot wait to play around with this in my world, something I expect to be able to do in beta and previews quite soon, especially because of the fact that we know the summer drop is coming somewhere in the next 3 to 5 months, and so it kind of implies this might even be coming out before that. Absolutely shocking news. I am very excited. But speaking of the summer drop, Minecraft teased us with that carrot all show long, but they showed us quite a few things along the way, some of which you might have found interesting, such as a small clip from the Minecraft movie that I'm not going to dare to show you here, but I am going to mention that at the end of the Minecraft movie clip they played, they actually mentioned that there would be a Minecraft movie live server, and that if you played it, you would earn a cape. Again, this is going to be our 3rd cape this year, and what's interesting about this event is you don't need to have watched Minecraft Live to know about it. In fact, if you go into Minecraft right now, you'll see in the bottom left that, oh yeah, there is a live event happening in 3 days, because for whatever reason, I don't actually think this was that smart. I think they should have waited a day or two. For whatever reason, they've decided to launch this on March 25th, the same day as the spring drop comes out. And so that means that the 25th Tuesday is going to be a very busy day, because we have the Spring to Life update as well as the Minecraft movie cape to be getting on the same day. I think realistically, the cape will take a few days to get, and I'm very excited to do so, and so I'll be sharing my journey for precisely that here on this channel, so make sure you stay tuned if you want to get your 3rd cape of 2025. They really are just throwing them at us now, huh? Speaking of throwing things at us, they finally threw us our first real concrete details about the summer drop, and it's really interesting because a lot of people were asking for an end update, right? You know, the truth is that Minecraft does believe they need to update their existing dimensions, but what if I said instead of going for the end, they've instead decided to go for the nether? That's right, the first feature in the summer drop is...
It all starts with a rather special and possibly quite sad new block you find in the nether. Around these familiar, odd-looking bone structures. But if you take a closer look, you might notice something you haven't seen before. You will see a sad face that you probably recognize. It's a dried ghast.
This was a real shock to learn about because it's a brand new block which is found exclusively in the Soul Sand Valleys and which gives us a reason to explore this hellish biome, and indeed it also gives the fossils in the nether some real purpose. These dried ghasts have clearly gone through something very shocking, but if you bring them back to the overworld and put them in water, do you know what will happen?
First he's grumpy, right? Then it gets neutral and then it's gonna start to smile more and more.
Because then a ghastling is spawned.
Oh my god, that is so cute. I think this is probably a contender for the cutest mob Minecraft have ever added. So the Ghastling, as it exists in its current form, is basically just a pet. I think basically everyone immediately sees this and goes, oh my god, this is adorable. But what's interesting about it is it will immediately grow a fondness for the nearest player that it goes to. It will imprint on them, so it's kind of like an alternative to the taming or the trusting system. This mob will imprint on the nearest mob it sees, and it will kind of try to follow them around, very loosely speaking. Also, if you give it snowballs, it will grow up quicker because this is just the baby version of a brand new type of ghast, the Happy Ghast. I'll be honest, this is a bit of a perplexing feature at first. Why would you want to go all the way to the nether just to bring a pet back? Well, the answer is that if you craft one brand new item, all of a sudden it makes so much more sense. So do you remember the leather, the glass, and the wool that we saw in the fun teasers for Minecraft Live? Well, as it turns out, you can take those together and...
So if you craft a harness for your ghast, you can tempt the ghast to come closer with the harness, put the harness on, and jump up on it.
The ghast is going to have a saddle, and that saddle is a pair of goggles, which is wild enough by itself, but it's actually a layer even wilder than that, because...
It's got these goggles, and if someone is riding it, they go down in front with the eyes.
That's a fun detail, and it shows that this is a feature that has a lot of thought behind it, and indeed, I think the amount of times they show off that, like, for example, you can use it to build in the sky, makes this clear that it's not just a mount, it's a, semi-decent mount because it can fly, but it's really useful for building in the sky. I think that there are so many different niches this would be great for. Immediately I start thinking like, yeah, the overworld for building is great, but what about going off towards, the end islands, or what about using it to get around your nether quicker? I think that this is what the Strider probably should have been, and I kind of like this trend Minecraft are going on, where they're revisiting older updates and saying, what if we could do this, but but better. I think that this is actually really, really cool, and it doesn't tell us the theme of 1.22 or 1.20, 1.90, or the summer drop that will actually change its name 3 days before release, like whatever you want to call drop 2 of 2025, I guess. The truth is, I think this, which I'm going to call 1.22 for simplicity, I think that this is an incredibly exciting start that could be the beginning of a transportation update. It could be the beginning of a Nether update, or if you still want to keep your fingers crossed, they haven't yet confirmed it's not a dimensional update more broadly, but yeah, I think that this is a very exciting start. And to conclude, I think it's important to ask the question, was this a good Minecraft Live? And indeed, let's recap everything we learned, because 1.20, 1.70 was an update we knew everything about, but they managed to make it fun by revealing the important info right off the bat. Spring to Life and the 25th of March are both very important pieces of information, but then they managed to make some fun jokes while explaining the drop system. I thought this was a great way to get everyone on board, even people who don't follow Minecraft news as religiously as you might on this channel. Then the vibrant visuals was a really, really great surprise, genuinely out of nowhere. As someone who is, you might call me a Minecraft insider, I'm someone who lives and breathes Minecraft and loves to share it on this channel, but despite that, I didn't see this coming. If you can catch people like me off guard, you can catch the broader Minecraft community off guard, and that is impressive and clever, and it's going to be coming soon. But even more shocking is the Happy Ghast. This is just one big feature. It comes with 2 separate mob variants, and it comes with the new item, so don't get me wrong, there's a lot going on there, but this is just the start of a brand new update, and already it is kind of game-changing. This is really going to impact your Minecraft, and I think unlike most other mobs, it affects people's imagination in a way that everyone's going to want to have at least one of these. Is it too deep in the game? That's an interesting question. Should we have learned more about that update? I think probably, but yeah, for now, we know there is going to be a brand new update later this year, Drop 2 or Drop 3 2025. Oh yeah, we can't even call it Drop 2 because of the graphics update, and although we don't know if they're going in the direction of a transport update, we don't know if the Nether update is a vibe they might be going for. I think that is, personally, based on the way they've addressed such a niche Nether issue, I think that that's a good bet for now, but I also think you could take a ton of different bets. Minecraft are going to start their beta and preview process for this very shortly, and so next week we don't just have to look forward to a brand new cape and a brand new update, but also the brand new previews for the next one, and that, in my opinion, is the genius of all of this. They're not promising features that we'll be able to play with in 8 months if we're lucky. We've got an update coming out next week, and stuff we'll be able to play with over the coming weeks. That is what I want to see from the Minecraft live format, and honestly, I liked how tight the show was. The only promotion they really did was for the movie, and it was a decent format in my opinion. I think that this show was at least an 8 out of 10, an 8.5 out of 10 as well, I'll give it, and I want to know, what did you think of Minecraft Live? And hopefully I want to know if you enjoyed this video going through and recapping what was a 30-minute show, hopefully down to a much shorter time period. For now though, thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see more Minecraft news and analysis, make sure you subscribe, perhaps some notifications turned on, because I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.